This is the Ninja Phone from Atomos.
You're watching CineD, supported by B&H and CVP.
Hey everyone, Graham Mailer-Sheldon here from CineD.com. Welcome to our continuing coverage from NAB 2024. I'm here at the Atomos booth, joined by Jeromy from Atomos. You're back?
Yeah, I'm back. So a couple of years off, developing a bunch of products, and then I was going to do a startup and bring them back, and the company kind of didn't do that well in that time, and so I got to buy back in and go again.
Okay, well, welcome back. So you have a couple products to run us through here today, Jeromy, including like a whole new category for Atomos. So after you.
Yeah, so a couple of things. We've made an iPhone into a Ninja, 15 Pro, 15 Pro Max. That's the Ninja phone, and I'll get to that. But we've also entered the lighting market because to automate a full production from a Ninja, you need to add lights. So we could have just done DMX control, but then when I was looking at the lights, they didn't have the same accuracy that our LCD panels with LEDs behind them have. So we got a lot of experience in LEDs. And then I thought, well, we're the electronic guys. We can do amazing PCBs and do flexible stuff. And so we decided to embark on a strip light that could be curled into a panel light that could be any shape and be controlled by Ninja, or go into a DMX full system like a cinema gaffer type of system. And so I call them production lights and cinema lights, and because they're beautiful for both. They have the metrics of 2,000 lumens end to end, a CRI of 99%, which is the measure against sunlight, so this full spectrum, and the TCLI score is 98, which is the score as to how much you have to color correct the lights to make them standardized. And TV stations really care about that. So we're full whack, the best there is, and this is by an RGB AW system, which is an amber and a white. The amber is like a tungsten, and so we can fill the whole hue spectrum as well as give you full brightness. And then the flexibility of it gives you the ability to do HDR, because HDR out in the sun, yes, we understand. HDR at night, easy to understand. HDR when the sun goes away, you flood it with light with a panel or a COB light, and suddenly there's no range of brightness. There's no shadows, there's no depth to the image. It's like an artist that doesn't have shading, yeah? And so these are the lights that you will be able to shade your image and produce full HDR end to end, because we love HDR. It's the most beautiful image there is, but you can't do it on every shoot. Now you can. And you can stick the Sun Dragon anywhere, in the dash of a car, around a bike like we're doing behind. So it's really, really flexible. They're only 1 kilo. They come in a carry case that turns into the panel light when you roll it up into a spiral. An amazing kind of revolution in lighting that I've been working on for a year to two with some really key, amazing engineers, and yeah, really happy to announce them here at the show.
Well, you know, I previously had not thought of Atomos as a lighting company, but you're right, it kind of feels like an organic pairing, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, ours is about the image. So whatever affects the image, the camera we love, the recording we love, the monitor we love, because that's what you use to get the shot. And then there was no real integration with these pro video production kind of workhorses in Ninjas and Shoguns with the lighting world, which we interacted with on set. So there's only cameras, monitors and lights that are on every set. So now we're part of every set, and that's the first step into automating. I don't like calling it AI. I like calling it automation, because they're just the things we don't like to do, and they can do it really fast. You know, the computers can do those things really fast. And we've always used computer-based technology to advance the workflow of people. So lights is a really natural thing for us to step into.
Okay, well, let's take a look at the light.
Yeah, so here it is. This is the Sun Dragon, the most densely populated LEDs ever. Yeah, we took the LEDs from behind our panel, and we made sure that they were perfect LED representation in red, green, blue, amber and white, and we control all those from an electronic chip. So instead of a microcontroller where you're just adjusting what's already there, we can adjust everything pixel by pixel on this thing. So it's an amazing kind of revolution in the accuracy of color from lighting, but the flexibility lets you place it anywhere, roll it up, throw it on the floor to get those effects that allow you to light the scene properly but give you that dynamic range that the cameras can all capture, our monitors can all see, but panel lighting can't give you.
And it feels, rugged enough that you could toss it on the floor if you.
You absolutely can, and it's waterproof. They're solidly put in place. It's flexible PCBs. The radius is about 30 centimeters. Don't snap it in half, of course. But what it gives you is that creativity with lighting, and it's so light and portable. You can just carry it around. It's only 1 kilo.
Any length you want? Customizable or no? Do you have standard sort of kits?
In 5 meter lots. We can do longer, so I'm interested to hear feedback to see what we should do next. You can connect them together. We haven't done that yet on the first round, but it sounds like everyone would like to do that. Just connect, and have them all together. But what I see is, with the flexibility of them, that you'd probably want to take 3 with you and place them in different positions. 5 meters is pretty long, 16 feet, and then you can mold them in different ways to create your shot. So that's my take on it. But hey, the customers will choose, and then we'll make whatever they want.
Okay, so it sounds like you're thinking about a connector piece. That would be cool. And then in terms of price point for 5 meters, have you guys figured that out?
Yeah, $999 US dollars, $1,000. It's really affordable. The reason for that is we have the tech to be able to do this at a really affordable price, and we have all the experience to do it in a way that is easily reproducible. So we can make hundreds of thousands of these things and in quick time.
Okay, but I mean, at $1,000, you're priced in a premium place, I would say, in the strip light lighting segment. Wouldn't you say?
Because they are super high quality. Yeah, these LEDs are the best of the best of the best. The way that they're put together is really, really difficult. And I think when people start to use them, they go, well, I don't need anything else. Just this, just the Sun Dragon from Atomos.
Okay, moving on from the Sun Dragon for a moment, we have a Ninja meant for a phone.
Yeah, we do. And what actually we have is I'm going to show you this. So this is a cover, that goes to cover up the iPhone camera. And I do that on purpose because this is not a recorder or for the iPhone camera. This is for high quality, large sensor format cameras with lenses, So we take the HDMI in like we do on a Ninja, and we encode it to ProRes, which we're the best at, and we send it over USB-C, over locking cables, which I'll show you in a second, and then the phone decodes it in its A17 chip super instantly, so there's no delay, and displays it on the screen. We store that ProRes on the phone. It's HD only because it's for those internet streaming or backup recording. So the camera does 4K or 6K, RAW or whatever you're recording in, and then this sends it immediately to places like Frame.io, YouTube Live, Instagram. You can send it to Dropbox. You can send it to your iCloud account, and you just store it, And for collaboration, you can send it to these awesome collaboration tools like Frame.io. We really love those guys. They're doing a great job at propagating speed up your workflow, get it done in quicker time, include other people in the workflow. So what this does is enable all the connectivity of the phone while using the OLED monitor. Now that's the key, right? It's 1600 nits, it's 2 million to 1 contrast ratio, and when you see this on the screen, you can see why we're pretty excited about it. And there's a Ninja app that comes with it. It's free when you buy the unit, and you get all the tools, focus peaking, you get guides, you get lots of stuff, and we've put some pretty cool stuff like the way it comes in and out of certain features is really kind of dynamic for the user. So then you hit live, and all of your things you've already logged into that you have an account with come up for you to choose where to go. So one day you're using YouTube Live for one client, the next day they say let's go to Dropbox, the next one you're doing a Frame.io shoot. It's all integrated in, and that seamlessly integrates into our connected Ninjas and Shoguns as well. So all those people with Ninjas and Shoguns out there. Now, what's the difference between this and the Ninjas and Shoguns? Well, it does 8K recording, right? They do 4K 120. They do 6K 60, So the Ninja and Shogun, for all the cameras that don't do RAW internally or can't do that because they're limited by their own space and capability internally, that's where a Ninja and a Shogun come in, and these can seamlessly work together on one set, all linked frame accurately into one device. So that's how it links into our ecosystem. And the other thing I wanted to tell you is the power options are USB-C, battery eliminator into AC, and we've got a mic and accessory port here that you'll see, which is for wireless mics. Your DJIs, your Rode microphones, etc., all come in. We lock video to audio before it hits the phone. And so what you send out never has audio drift, which is a big problem for a lot of people.
It's really interesting to see you guys, sort of embrace mobile as a viable, filmmaking platform.
It's super connected, right? And that's what we want to do with it. We want to send it out and give, a lot of people have opinions on, the social media world. But my opinion is it's there to gratify the instant consumption of what's going on in the world. That doesn't mean you don't go back and create something special with your editing and color correction and all the wonderful things you can do in the computer side. But this allows you to just do it instantly. It's 10-bit 422 in H.265 or ProRes. So you got all of those wonderful options within and this killer monitor at the same time.
With, the only limitation, I guess, being your onboard storage capability of whichever model of iPhone you have, right?
So if you got we bought all 1 terabytes, of course, right? They're a little bit more expensive, but worth it. But even if you went the 512 model, 512 will give you an hour and a half of ProRes 422 HD 60 recording.
Oh, that's good.
And a lot more if you're in H.265, yeah? So you get like double or triple that depending on what mode you want to be in with the encoding. And on a 1 terabyte, you got 3 hours, yeah? Any shoot can pretty much be done in 3 hours. Even if you're doing a live event, yeah? Then you can also then stream it out and go, okay, you can stream out the ProRes and store it somewhere and then reload on your phone. So we don't see it as a major issue. We see it as a big positive to be able to have the storage in your phone, the 1 terabyte. And if you did go to bigger stuff, yeah, of course, you go to our Ninjas and Shoguns, which have the SSD there at 4 terabytes now.
Yeah, so that's still available for users. Yeah,
absolutely.
Now, let's talk price points. So to be very clear, so you're getting this module. Okay, you're getting this, and then you also get. Okay, that's $399.
And this is $59 for the case. Why is it $59? Well, first of all, it's a case that's super robust. It's got silicon on the sides, and it's got a massive. Really strong, tough case. Why is it strong? Because we're going to be putting this on. Lots of other manufacturers can put plates in the middle to put a cage around it. And so an ecosystem is started now. And then you also get this locking connector. Now that locking connector is super, super powerful. And I believe...
One handy here, maybe here, yeah.
Yeah. So one of the things about consumer devices is that they don't lock, yeah? But we can lock this baby and it's completely secure. Same for the HDMI locking. So we're introducing a whole locking cable system with this product, which will be retrofitted to our current products over time. And we think that these are the things that are really important for the user to know that they're stepping up into that professional world. So I really made it for that creator economy where there's so many people filming. Then they go, oh, I want to do better. They buy a Sony camera or a Canon or a Nikon, and then they have to become a camera operator. And a lot of them get, kind of stuck on that.
Yeah, it can be overwhelming, sure.
It can be overwhelming. So we want to keep them in the phone. You can control the camera from the USB-C on this side, and therefore you can stay in the phone world the whole time, controlling your camera, but getting your upgrade to that wonderful image from these large sensor and lens-based cameras.
Interesting. And I mean, this is one of those things where, next year the dimensions will be slightly different on the iPhone, which would mean just maybe a case change.
Case change. That's why we did it this way. You don't have to change the Ninja phone. You just change the case. But actually, the 14 fits in here. The 13 Pro Max fits in here. They all fit. There's not that much dimensional change on them. If there is, of course, we'll come with a new one. Right now, it's limited to the 15 Pro and Pro Max. We can do this on iPad. I haven't announced it yet. This is not an announcement, but it's obvious that we can do this on an iPad and get that bigger screen. The next phase will be going to Android phones. Doesn't have to be, but they don't have ProRes, right? So that'll be all H.265. So there's an ecosystem that started. This is the first step of about 100 that we're taking, and we're really happy to be able to deliver this in such a short time.
Well, Jeromy, thank you so much for taking some time with me. I mean, it's a busy show. I appreciate it, and 2 really interesting products from Atomos. So, I mean, are you doing more lights in the future?
Absolutely. The roadmap is long and distinguished.
I mean, yeah. Tell me about it. Well, thank you very much. Okay, guys, that's it from us here at the Atomos booth at NAB 2024. Stay tuned for more continuing coverage from the show. And look, if you have some time, please hit like and subscribe. We love that. Thanks, everybody.